Gourmet coffee shops aren't built for people like Grandma Milena. They're built for laptops, wireless headphones, and people who know how to pronounce drinks that sound like foreign passwords. Still, there she was, standing at the entrance, clutching a small coin purse in both hands as if it might run away. Her dress was clean but old, a faded floral print that had seen more church benches than leather chairs. Her shoes were worn at the heel from years of walking to save on bus fare. She looked up at the menu board, full of strange names written in fancy letters, and felt her heart race. She hadn't come for herself. She had come because her grandson once told her, "Grandma, one day I'll open a place so nice that even you will feel rich drinking coffee there." The problem was, nobody in that coffee shop knew that part. They only saw an old woman with the wrong clothes, the wrong purse, and the wrong kind of fear in her eyes. Milena took a deep breath, stepped up to the counter, and said the sentence that would start everything. "Good afternoon, dear. How much is just a simple coffee?" The barista looked up, then looked her up and down. He didn't even try to hide the scan. Dress, shoes, purse, hair, all wrong. "We don't have simple coffee, senora," he said, half laughing. "This is a specialty shop." He pointed at the board, clearly enjoying how lost she looked. "You have to choose: espresso, macchiato, flat white, latte, cappuccino, cold brew." The girl behind Milena in line rolled her eyes. "If you don't know what to order, maybe you're in the wrong place," she murmured, just loud enough. Milena's fingers tightened around the little purse. "I just wanted something warm. With coffee," she said. "My grandson loves this place. I thought I'd finally come see it." The barista laughed, turning to his co-worker. "Did you hear that? Just something warm. This isn't the corner bakery, Vo." A couple sitting nearby snickered. One of them pulled out a phone and started recording, whispering, "Look at this. She doesn't even know how to order." Milena felt her face burn. "I can pay," she insisted, opening the purse and counting coins with trembling hands. "I saved to come here." The barista shook his head. "With that much, senora, maybe you get hot water. We sell experiences here." "Abdi," he said it like a punchline. The laughter that followed hurt more than the prices on the board. What none of them noticed was the man at the table in the corner, in a simple but expensive blazer, who had stopped typing on his laptop the second he heard the word grandson. He'd recognized that voice before seeing her. Ryan Calder had heard that same tone call him in from the street when he was a kid, offer him soup when he studied late, bless him every time he left the house. Now, he watched his grandmother being entertainment for bored customers in his own cafe. Because that was the part nobody there knew. The little logo on the cups, the brand on the wall, the franchise on Instagram belonged to him. And every time someone complimented the place, he thought of the woman washing dishes in cold water so he could dream bigger. He closed his laptop without saving, stood up, and crossed the room. Nobody paid attention until his voice cut through the laughter. "How much is the most expensive drink on your menu?" he asked the barista calmly. The barista straightened his posture. This he knew how to handle. A man in a blazer, good watch, confident walk. "Our signature drink is $12, sir," he said. "Single origin, special roast. I'll take 10 of them," Rian replied. "And we'll start by serving the lady you just tried to humiliate." The room went quiet. Someone lowered their phone. The barista blinked. "Sir, she doesn't really have the profile. She came with coins. Rian placed a black metal card on the counter. The scanner beeped. The receipt printed out enough paper to prove he wasn't there to play. "You don't get to decide her profile," he said, "especially not in a shop that exists because she skipped coffee for herself so I could drink milk as a child." He turned to Milena. "Grandma, why didn't you tell me you were coming?" The barista's face drained of color. "Rian," Milena whispered, eyes widening, You're here, working?" He smiled softly. "I don't work here, Grandma. I own it." A collective gasp rolled through the cafe. People looked from the logo on the wall to his face, recognizing him now from photos on the company's social media. The same barista who had mocked her earlier swallowed hard. Rian gently took the coin purse from his grandmother's hands and slipped it back into her bag. "From now on, you only bring this into my shops if it's to remind yourself of how far we came," he said. "Not to pay." He turned back to the counter. "Here's what's going to happen," he told the staff. "First, you're going to prepare the best drink we have, exactly the way she likes it, sweet with milk in a real mug, not a paper one. Second, you're going to apologize to her. Third, starting today, there will be at least one item on this menu called Simple Coffee, and it will be the best, most honest thing we serve." A nervous laugh came from somewhere in the back. Ryan didn't smile. "This shop wasn't born for influencers," he added. "It was born from a kitchen where she reused filters because we couldn't afford to waste anything." The barista, now pale, walked around the counter and stood in front of Malena. "I'm sorry, Senora," he stammered. "I treated you badly. I was wrong." Malena nodded, still processing everything. "It's just coffee," she said gently. "But people can make it heavy or light." From that day on, every new employee heard the story of the wrong profile grandma before putting on the apron. And the most ordered drink on the menu wasn't the fancy signature anymore. It was something simple, honest, and named after her. Malena had never stepped into a place like that before. All her life, coffee had been something you drank standing up in a small kitchen, in a chipped mug, between one worry and the next. While people on the internet posted pictures of latte art, she stirred sugar into instant coffee and counted coins to see if there was enough for bread. When her grandson said he wanted to open a cafe, people laughed. "Nobody from this neighborhood ends up owning a brand," they said. She didn't have fancy words to encourage him, so she did what she knew. She cleaned more houses, washed more floors, took on more ironing, and sent him whatever she could. Every stain she scrubbed was one brick in a dream she couldn't picture, but chose to believe in. Years later, in a gourmet coffee shop with her grandson's logo on the wall, the world tried to tell her she didn't belong, that she wasn't the right profile. The coins and old dresses have no place among glass cups and designer chairs, but the math of dignity doesn't happen in their machines. It happens in the memory of a boy who never forgot who filled his first cup. Maybe you also have a grandmother or mother who never sat in the places your success gave you access to, but without her, you'd never know those places existed. Maybe you've seen someone talk down to her, not knowing whose story they were stepping on. If Malena's story hit somewhere inside you, write in the comments, "She made the coffee, I built the shop." Like this video, subscribe to Unstoppable Underrated, and share it with someone who needs to remember before the millionaire walks in. Usually there was a grandma who walked miles.